Joe Rice down 7-0 after the first drive by True Boy. Got a lot of good games going on
It's a
today.
lot. It's gonna be hard to get them on stream.
It's
It's
not
a lot.
it's not a tough out today. Excuse me, not an easy out. Oh,
So, um, I don't even know all the details yet, but you know me, guys. If you've been following this channel, you guys know I normally touch on stuff like this. It's just super. Wow. Terrifying video captures audio of Madden 19 shooting in Jacksonville, Florida. Footage has surfaced of a gunman opening fire during a Madden NFL 19 live stream event in Jacksonville. According to the Jacksonville Police Department, there were multiple fatalities after a mass shooting at the video game competition, including the suspect. The tournament, which was held at GLHF Game Bar in the landing along the St. Johns River, was broadcast on Twitch. Multiple loud gunshots can be heard over footage of the gamers playing Madden NFL 19. As the controller disconnects, audio can be heard of an attendee saying, F, what is he shooting with? More shots are fired and screaming can be heard in the background. A competitor in the tournament told the Los Angeles Times that the shooter was a player who lost and opened fire on others before taking his own life. EA Sports, the company behind Madden NFL, released a statement on Twitter saying, we are aware of an incident at a sanctioned Madden Championship Series competition in Jacksonville. We are working with authorities to gather facts at this stage. This is a horrible situation. Our deepest sympathies goes out to all involved. That's all I got. I'm gonna be 100%, man. This wasn't a case of like someone randomly showing up at like an event starting a mass shooting. And I don't want to hear people troll. I don't want to read any comments where people are like, well, Madden gets you this tight. This is how you know Madden gets people tight. No. You guys got to understand when you have to separate yourself from like the real and what's not real. And I know it sounds just like simple as hell to just say. It's hard for me to even gather words right now. So let me just try to. I'm trying to like push it together. People who like to DDoS people who like to SWAT people or get people swatted, people who like to dox people who like to make exposed videos on others. When people like to have channels based on other people's downfalls, and all the other stuff. Like if you're doing commentaries on situations that are occurring, that's one thing. But like when you have videos trying to expose people, like it can get deeper than that. It starts from little stuff like this, right? And then it starts gradually getting worse. You know, you start entering stages of like where now if you meet this person, you know, face to face, something might happen, or you might encounter a situation like this where you have someone who is in a state where, of course, they're allowed to have guns and at their own expense or at their own pleasure can just take action depending on the person. Now, it says here this person was losing, and I can hear somebody in the background screaming, complaining. One thing I've seen in the footage, which I'm not going to play here, show you guys that there was like a red laser that hit off one of the black dude's shirts. I don't know if that's related to gunshots, and just knowing some of these creators and just some of these people involved in the tournament were fatally shot, you know, because of the situation. But the fact that this man got upset at a loss or something and opened fire on individuals and then killed himself, he was ill to begin with. He must have been cuckoo or ill to begin with. Because I'll be honest, just like with me, I could get so mad at somebody, but my anger only goes so far. I might have, like, I hit my controller on my desk and I broke like a piece of my desk, like fuck, because I have a cheap desk, or I may get so mad I throw my controller. These are things that a lot of us go through. But this shit is not, this is no joke. This is someone who's also, I don't care what anyone says, he's mentally ill. This man opened fire at a Madden NFL tournament. Like, this shit has entered gaming. Like, this is bad. Like, we already had a bad stigma because we have all these people who get swatted and just these weird violence acts that just be committed. And every time something happens, they try to turn it into, oh, it's a video game thing, or this happens because of video games, or, GTA. For some reason, everybody likes to go back to Grand Theft Auto. Oh, Grand Theft Auto may have caused this mindset of this individual to commit this school shooting. But the fact that now it finally happens at a gaming event, like, are we not going to sit here and really register this? Like, are we not going to evaluate this shit the right way? A lot of shit's been happening in Florida, right? As well as just, other places as well. But this is the type of shit, man. Like, you can't play. Like, I know this has nothing to do with anything, but, like, you see why when people ask me, yo, you ever going to do a meet and greet? Or, yo, how come you don't do this? Or how come you don't like meeting up with your subscribers? You guys got to understand, it's not you specifically, but there may be someone who has an issue with me who lives in New York, or there may be someone who's been after me for a minute. He may disagree with my opinions or views on certain videos that I make, and with certain people being mentally ill, might come up and try to, do some shit with me. Like my boys having a meet and greet, I was gonna show up because it would show support to my homie, whatever. But at the same time, we have to know where we're gonna be at. We gotta know who we're gonna be around, because you never know. Like, there's this one girl a couple years ago did a meet and greet, and her fan was so obsessed and he shot her in the head. Like, these are things that just race through my mind. And as much as I wish I can, like, really be a part of so much shit, this is the reason why I back out of so much shit. And to see that this happened at a fucking gaming event, Madden NFL 19. I'm making this video, of course, to talk about it, but I feel like I've been, like, slurring my words. Like, I feel like I'm not making any sense, and I apologize for it, But it just blows my fucking mind, man. And my deepest condolences goes out to those who lost their loved ones to this, because, like, come on, a gaming fucking event, a gaming competition for Madden NFL. Do you know what that like? Why do we have to pat down people at shit like this, a small little venue like this? Now you're going to have to, like, really have some extensive type of, like, pat downs or something like that. Because remember, this is a state where guns are legal. Like, you're able to have a firearm on you. And for this to happen, man, come on, man. What's good? You're fucking it up. Like, people are fucking it up for those who escape the stress and the bullshit they go through on a regular basis. And when they enter something else, like playing a game, or they go to, like, a little fun event or a lounge to, get their mind off of shit that happened during that week, and they want to just vibe out. Now they have to worry about losing their life. I don't even, like, I always feared. I have, like, these weird fears of, like, if I ever go to New York Comic Con, that some fucking weirdo is going to try to open fire on everybody. But the reason why we wouldn't be aware of it is because everybody likes to dress up in cosplay. Well, shit, you never know what could happen, right? So, like, son, why do we have to live like this? Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? What the fuck? I could be so mad, but the most I'd want to do is just beat the brakes out of somebody. I'll break a dude's jaw if I have to. But, like, for something like this, man, over a video game, now we've been hearing about all these school shootings, right? All these school shootings been taking place. Mass shootings been taking place, right? However, it's always been related back, or the message or whatever's been like, oh, it's because it's video games. This person was just sad, but it's also because of video games. He's influenced by video games. He or she, blah, blah. Now that something happened involving a video game event, now the fucking news is going to really turn this shit over. Now it's really going to say this was definitely a video game situation. See, video games are the problem. The industry was really allowed to get away with so much because there was really no fact behind whether or not GTA may have caused this person to go crazy. But the fact that this person was angry due to playing Madden and open fire on people, you gotta now watch what's gonna happen, man. There's gonna be some weird ass laws in place or some bullshit that's gonna kind of like hit us the wrong way. Like I say us as in people who play video games and just work for these type of things and it's part of the industry and all that stuff. It's gonna make it much more difficult for us to just be free with what we have passion for. because video games it was always a safe lane for us. Now we got to worry about this shit. Like online gaming was always a problem because now you got to be worried about getting swatted and shit. But now look at this shit. You can't even go to a fucking event, and you have to hope that somebody don't fucking open fire because they're angry at a loss. Look, I don't really have much to say, and once again, man, my condolences, yo, to those who just lost their loved ones to this bullshit. The suspect killed himself as well. For the fact that he was able to do that to himself, he was fucking ill. I don't have time to fucking sit back and forth with people and them tell me like, nah, he only killed himself because he was like, fuck that, I ain't gonna go to jail. No. The fact that if you're able to harm yourself in such ways, you are mentally ill and you need help. That's it. Point blank, period. That's it. I'm out of here, y'all. Man, please. Anybody who ever gets mad over video games, or you're mad at a content creator and you're thinking, I want to make an exposed video on him, or I'm going to dox him, or I'm going to do this, I'm going to get him swatted, I'm going to harass him. You might need to seek help with these types of thoughts. That's just the same as trying to plot to kill somebody. If you have this thought process of wanting to expose somebody in videos, or wanting to harm another one online, or do certain other people online, whatever, you need to seek help. It's almost like plotting to kill somebody. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. It is what it is. I'm out here. God bless everybody. Please be safe. And prayers up, man. Prayers to the lost ones, man. That's so freaking sad. God bless everybody, man.